Welcome. We go. How we doing? Hey y'all. Oh, double three. Y'all. Hello. Welcome. Hey, Kay. Oh, positive. Yes, sir. Let me turn the music off a minute. We can turn. How we doing? Hey, X. Thank you for coming through. Thank you. Thank you, AKD. How you doing, darling? Yeah. Oh, God. This is back. Y'all, I got to take this shit stuff there. Let me tell you something. AKD, you know they don't like me because of my hair, right? This is my hair. This ain't no sponge. This is my hair. The child, let me put it up here. Girl, I may find a man somewhere out there in them streets. I can't find that thing to put it up. Hold on one second. Shoot. Whatever. May find a man. Hey, Saturday night with Dolby. Thank you. Hey, you guys, let me tell you something. I'm trying to get it right. And also got some help basically helping me get the newsletter thing. I mean, not the birthday thing. Birthday list. And it's just only 6 days. Y'all, guess what? Y'all got to, I put up this. Y'all do it at y'all own pace, okay? Y'all, as long as y'all come out and say happy birthday to me. Guess what? I'm supposed to live to Florida, right? My sister. But see, I was tied up into a place because my sister-in-law, one of them in Fort Lauderdale, one up there in Connecticut, right? Well, the one at Fort Lauderdale, she's from Jamaica. So I had to, if I go to Florida, and then if my sister-in-law found out I came to Florida and I didn't see her, and she is 3 hours away, she basically gonna get upset. But my sister's having a party on May 24th. Guess what? She having a party for her dog. Her dog will be somehow 2 years old. Anyway, they having a party, dinner thing with me and all this type of stuff there. And anyway, I'm not going to neither one of them because I told my sister I'm not going. I said because okay, I got to get the list right. It's one at Amazon. I promise you, I have it right in the morning. And then I just put something at Walmart. So I told my sister I am covering the Diddy case. And I told the Scooters, I'm going to be on his head. I'm going to break his back. And so I got to be here. But Scooter, guess what? I was having a brainstorm that, this is what I'm thinking with a brainstorm. Y'all don't get upset. Didn't fight no money. Don't get upset. Didn't fight no money. But anyway, the last couple of days we did his trial. I got family up there in Brooklyn, New York, and up in Connecticut. They said I can come there and stay with them and spend a couple of days with them. Whatever. Anyway, I can go to New York, fly into New York, and I'll be right down there in Manhattan. We have to catch the city bus, catch the train, be right down there in Manhattan. So just for the Scooters, when I get the energy to go, then I'll let you guys know. Most likely, you guys take care of me basically when I get up there. You got to see my face in the place. Okay. So anyway, this is what I'm doing. But they said it's supposed to be over it by the 4th of July. I can't play with it. Didn't fight with this here ticket because I can go ahead and buy the ticket now. So anyway, this is what I want to do with the scooter. I want to be there with my pole up there. Look at here. Look at here. He did it. Okay, this is what I want to do. Y'all, I had told y'all that we going to go somewhere. Let me show y'all can hear me, right? I told y'all that we going to go somewhere tonight. How you doing? Hey there, extras. We going to go somewhere tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We going to go somewhere tonight because I didn't want to tease you and play with y'all mind, just letting y'all know what that pill, meal, drugs, and all that. That would be awesome. Yeah, I'm going there for the scooters. I'm like, scooter, look at me. Yeah, I'm going there for the scooters. I'm going there for the scooters. And you know what? The spirit told me, Dover, you have on a ride. Yes, I am. I'm gonna be like a granny on the Beverly what Beverly Hillbilly. Jack. So anyway, yeah. So I am looking forward to it. Okay. So anyway, y'all, that's all. That's a little house secret. That's why I'm following this case very, very long. If they say that it'll be with by the 4th, I got the basis no, because I don't want to be there with my in-laws that long. Because hardly ever that they how do see me. Now all of a sudden I'm gonna come up. But yeah, I don't want nobody to furnish me. Don't give me nothing. Just wait till I damn get there. You got to see me in the place, and then I got the wave. Then y'all say she's there. Yeah. So anyway. Welcome. Thank you for entertaining person. I thank so God that I have someone very, very close that I talked to, and she was saying, Dover, you are better to flip this here script. It's gonna put you in a different algorithm. Flip this here script. And then I had got cold feet, y'all. I didn't get cold feet. I just was thinking like which way I'm doing because I was done. I'm out. I'm done. And guess what? That's why a lot of my stuff was taken out, and I got to put a lot of stuff back in. But I got to get rid of the one that says the beef. I got to get rid of that. In fact, I got to get rid of that because I'm no longer beef second. So I don't have to go around. But I will always be your weather girl. So I got to get rid of that. But the changing is that they accepted that. And it showed me a lot dealing with the Easter show. The Easter egg hunt, and then mother, it showed me a whole lot. It didn't fight with pop. It showed me a whole lot. So what I'm here for? I waited my time. Thank you. Hey, Self Love. Yeah, me and Self Love was in here all week talking to ourselves. Yeah, she was in here. So I told you I'm gonna come out with a dynamic scene for you. I'm gonna this here. The reason I did this is for education purpose. Thank you. I'm gonna show y'all exactly what I was telling y'all where the pill mill started at. I also too, you're gonna hear them call out some streets, right? You're gonna hear them call out some streets, and I'm gonna tell you that where those streets are at and how close that was and how I was and did that. And I'm going to show you as they talk on this here video. I'm going to show you the fact that I learned. I'm going to put on my community wall over maybe about 29. Over 18 company dropped Diddy from the time that this year came out with Cassidy. I'm going to put on my community wall all the companies. Yeah, 2 weeks, then I can be there. Okay, that's good. Yeah, don't worry about it. You will be here. And y'all will see, I'm going to video every moment. I got to put on that thing, the stick. Y'all, on my gift list, it bases that, y'all, I like reading, and y'all know I love the Lord with all my soul. We all do. And we all are creatures of habit. So anyway, on my book, it's the books that I like. It's called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. I got that, and I also too got the little carry case with the books. I'm gonna take that with me, and I'm gonna take my books I read, and then also too I wanted another Bible So that basically like 3 things that I got. No, I got 4 things, 4 or 5 things, and it didn't that was something personal to me. These books put me to sleep because I get more out of myself than I do with anybody. So y'all can help, like, and support. So meanwhile, at this time here, I'm gonna take you somewhere. Y'all think I'm playing with y'all? I told you we're not gonna have this here tonight. The man, they really did wipe me out. Boy, when they did that, I don't know how they did. They wiped out everything. Everything. I can't get into a lot of things. But you know what? Thank God for Jesus. It's just making me stronger. Right now we're gonna go. I had it on here. I'm gonna go. We're gonna go over to the Peel Mills of Florida. How it started and what made the world shut down. Y'all, what I'm showing you guys it's real. It's real. And you will be amazed. I didn't have no idea that Miami made it's a Diddy Day in Miami. Mm-hmm. You need to be ashamed of your goddamn self. And we've been here forever. Who is this damn nigga? From Harlem? When y'all heard the video today when the guy was saying that, I forgot what the name that you know, the security, the bodyguard was saying how they were going from here, there, Yana, again, Peel. Yes, that's how it was in Florida. It's just like again, Candy. It's just like it be me. I can open up a place that says Dolby Flower, Pain in Order, or something like that, and just get some doctors in there and let them go ahead and write, because the building, they didn't for me to pay the rent on the building. I ain't got to be no doctor. I just had the money to open up and put a name on it and get it for the state to come out and the fire marshal come out, make sure I got a fire hydrant, this, that, and another. Yeah. What was the name? Oh, what was it? I got to find him. Okay. Also, too, I want to break down some things with you. What I'm trying to do basic on Saturday, even though that this is a serious talk, but y'all know that y'all check me, y'all know my bullshit all day. And guess what? I'm so happy. Shout out to the moderator that did it, Sarah. That basic. Tell me, wake up, goddammit! Okay, damn. Don't. Okay, now Diddy. Okay, Diddy. My name is Pam. I will cut you. So anyway, so shout out to the moderator that made me see. Totally no. Okay, let me just go ahead and put this here. I'm putting this in. These are true. And guess what? It always have to be these children. It always basically have to be these children. Put it back. It always have to be these kids that got money. Mm-hmm. Thank you for doing this. I never knew that about Florida. Yes, it was. Mm-hmm. Florida is a dangerous place. Florida, one that messed it up for everybody that was around here was doing that. Florida did it to them. Florida made it hard for everybody to get any type of pills. Florida did it. Because as you know, we right there by Cuba. We right there with the water. We right there with Jamaica. So what more you can do? Bring it on down here. Bring it here down to Florida, to Miami, to the Keys. We'll dump it over in the water. Okay, here we go. Y'all work with me a few minutes. Let me get your thank you. Thank you. Let me get on out here in these streets with this here. Okay, here we go. What I got to see. Maybe I probably got it right here. What I probably was looking at. Okay. You're looking at that. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Here we go. Okay, no. I don't want to see it. I want to show you how that they have flow. Okay, I think that's where I was, right? I wasn't there. Oh boy, my God. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna do this one here. Hold on, let me get us in here. Let me get this here on the screen. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna do this one here, and I'm still gonna be finding the other one. Thank you. This is all for it. I wish I could find that sign. Yeah, this is all for educational purpose. I'm gonna show you. Hold up one second. I just had it. I was over there in the bed. I was in my hold on a second. Here we go. I was over there in I was over there in my room, and so I was pulling up, and I was also reading the documentary that I had basically kept on watching. This is what took place. Remember that Florida is where it's at. These two punk brothers, they are from a high Semitic area in West Palm Beach. Their daddy was a millionaire. Anyway, they wasn't doing nothing but tearing up the damn school and getting in damn trouble, and the school kicked their rich ass out. So anyway, this is just until I find this here. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna put this here on you first. Here you go.
Covering the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. This is WPBF 25 News First at 4.
Florida is well known for being the country's pill mill capital, but today a massive federal raid covering several counties trying to put a dent in that problem. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Felicia Rodriguez.
And I'm Tiffany Kenny. Thank you for joining us. We have live team coverage of this story. Terry Parker starts us off live from the studio. Terry?
Miami, Broward, and Palm Beach County federal, state, and local law enforcement swooped into shopping centers and office buildings.
Okay, you guys, one time for the girls in Broward County. That's the county that I was from. Broward County was the county that I was from, and I was down there, down south. West Palm Beach County, that is where Octavius is from. Okay, here we go. Okay, my uncle landscape down there, Delray Beach, yes, down Atlantic Boulevard. What's the guy named Zach? Zach funeral home. Zach, the one that buried my mother and all of them. Zach, the one that gave to Zach, been there for everywhere. So this is just getting y'all wake up. What I'm talking about with these pill mill till I get down to these here brothers. Okay, here we go. Let's work it.
Leading away doctors and employees in handcuffs. Here in Palm Beach County, agents raided 4 clinics and arrested at least 4 doctors, several clinic owners and employees, charging them with multiple counts of racketeering, drug trafficking, and conspiracy.
Federal agents swarmed pain clinics in 3 counties, detaining patients and employees and arresting pain clinic owners and doctors and their assistants. In Delray Beach, the DEA cuffed Dr. Ziv Perper, son of the Broward County medical examiner. Perper owns the Delray Beach Pain Clinic.
Did you think you were breaking the law at all?
No.
That you've been charged with dispensing oxycodone and other drugs illegally. What do you say to that?
Untrue.
Agents also arrested Perper's physician assistant, Milton Cohen.
Mr. Cohen, do you have anything to say?
No.
The multi-agency 3-county raid is the culmination of a year's undercover work by agents trying to stem the tide of highly addictive narcotic drugs being given out by pain clinics, calling it Operation Pill Nation.
This is just a federal investigation, ongoing federal investigation.
At the North Palm Pain Clinic in Lake Park, agents temporarily detained dozens of patients as business owners nearby watched with relief.
This is a day that we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for this to be shut down. Hopefully this is it, and it's not going to be back in operation with new owners, 3 weeks from now.
So when I saw all the police officers and the DAA here, I'm telling you, you don't realize coming to work every day for the last 2 years and seeing this place, what a relief it actually is to see this happen.
Prosecutors call many pain clinics pill mills for the easy access they say doctors give to addicts, many driving here from other states to get the drugs.
Doctor, do you feel like you were contributing to addicts' addictions? Was it worth it?
Prosecutors say they also have federal warrants for 2 more employees of the North Palm Beach Pain Clinic. One of the men arrested there is the former owner and a convicted drug felon. They also arrested the former owner of the Delray Pain Clinic for charges of previous doctor shopping. Live in the studio, Terry Parker, WPBF 25 News.
Thank you. Y'all, that is what I was saying, identified with Florida. Florida the one that messed it up there.
Tonight, an unprecedented event here at Local 4. For the next hour, we're going to take a difficult, thoughtful, and
I'm sorry about that, y'all. Let me get you on this here. Florida, the one that put everybody basically that the doctors on restriction. In fact, that how they got to give you all other stuff because the Florida the one that did it. I want to take y'all, as I continue to look for what I was looking at, I'm gonna take you guys back where that is basically where it started from. It started from 2 rich boys. And daddy got a big successful construction company, and they basically did it. Went out there, spread their daddy name out. I'm gonna find it. I was looking at it. I don't know why I do this here to myself. Okay, here we go. I'm trying to see. Look, okay, this y'all talking. Okay, I'm trying to get it here. I just had it. Okay, let me go back over here. Go back over. Don't let me let y'all listen to some more while I'm on it, because this is what I'm gonna let y'all listen to. But these guys, we're gonna be here for like about 30, 45 minutes. Listen to them how the state did it with them. Oh my God, today. Yes, it is. This is all pertaining to what Florida had did to the country, okay? Come on, little boy. I just had y'all. Okay, that is one of the brothers there. Okay, let me see what is the brother. Hold on, let's see.
Take this Roxy or take this Oxycontin.
Yeah, but it's worth it to get out of pain. If you've ever been in pain like that,
yeah.
like pain ruins your life anyways.
Right.
Like I've hurt my back before.
Okay, y'all. But this is the guy. This is one of the brothers, but they got both brothers together. Both brothers together. He was one and his brother, but I'm going to show you the documentary with them both. So I'm going to let him go ahead and talk and spread these damn lies why that he did what he did. Hold 1 second.
You were at the apex of this thing that changed the American drug landscape, which was the opioid crisis. You're from Florida, which is ground zero for that. Okay. You grew up. Tell us about how you grew up. Where you grew up.
I mean, I grew up in West Palm.
Okay, there you go. Okay, wait, hold on a second, y'all. Come on, y'all need to
move there
a
while ago from New York.
Okay, this is what I think. He grew up in West Palm Beach. Went to the finest school in West Palm Beach. He did. His daddy had a very successful company, and this is what he did. He opened it up and opened up. This boy had opened up a pain clinic, for bigger than what that gym. You know, when people go and do the gym workout. Yeah, that's what he do. That's what he did. Don't know nothing about no doctor. Ain't been to school. Don't know shit. But guess what? It was fast money. Hold up. Here we go. Let's go to work here.
And we grew up in a nice area like Royal Palm, Wellington.
There you go. That was a rich area.
You know, went to school there, went to college around there.
What did your parents do?
My dad was a home builder.
Awesome.
And then my mom worked for him for a little while. And then, they got divorced when I was around 8. And then she just kind of did real estate stuff, like realtor work and secretary stuff, like, for some property management companies.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you remember when opioids first became a thing? Does that resonate with you? Did you know what drugs were at a young age?
Yeah, I knew what drugs were, but when it comes to these pills, like I never heard of a Roxy before, or never even seen one. So when I was in the building houses and the market crashed, and I went into this. I already had a steroid clinic. It was an online steroid clinic. So
I can tell you use some of your product.
I haven't used it in a while.
You're a ripped kid.
Yeah, it's been a while. But that doctor was like, hey, let's start up a clinic and I'll prescribe pain medication. And I'm just like, nah, I mean, how's that going to work? Like, how are we going to get enough business for it? Is it really going to make it? It didn't seem like it would.
Right. So you've got an entrepreneurial mind, though.
I mean, yeah, I've always had my own businesses, they're building or, doing steroid companies or the pain clinics.
Yeah. So what was your earliest business? Like, did you sell illegal drugs like when you were in high school?
Yeah.
You did? Okay.
Yeah. And it was steroids and like GHB.
Okay. Can you tell us about that business? I have no clue about how the steroid business, the market
works. You mean the
works.
illegal one, the black market, or the legal one?
Both of them.
Okay. Well, the illegal one was just like in high school, because my dad was a builder. We knew a lot of older people. So we had like more connections to things like steroids and stuff like that. So,
why is that? Because they get them prescribed?
No, because just kids in high school back then didn't have steroids. They didn't have access to them. Right. It was just harder to get, I guess. Nobody was doing them. So me and my brother did them in high school. We're like the first ones.
Okay.
Now I know all the high school kids do it, but back then it was just me and him. So we got into, selling those.
Where do you source them?
It was from a guy, local guy. Then eventually I got them on the internet from like Yugoslavia and just places in Europe.
Okay,
and I eventually got arrested for it because the package got stopped by customs.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, let's talk about that. You remember our friend Wellington's big with the horses. Yeah, your cousin, my uncle, they live there. Yeah, they live out in the Wellington now. Let me tell you something, y'all. We got to look at this thing for what it worth. It always be somebody rich that got more than what our kids have. They get them hooked on this here stuff. Because that our kids, they can't afford it. So of course, but they friends. Did you hear what he said? He said that the friends couldn't get it, but they could have got it because the friends didn't have money like that. So they was the one that's in school were able to get the drug, and then they start out with all this here steroid. Y'all, this stuff here, Florida, was called the pill mill. They took the road I-75. They even flew in. As I go through this here and show y'all, you're going to see people, they were so glad to get the pills that they were sitting in the car taking the pills like this here. They just dead. Just down there in Florida. Like I say, Oakland Park. You're going to hear about Oakland Park Boulevard. Now, I don't know what all he going to say, but I know that he was one of the brothers. Because him and his brother are twins. I'm trying to bring y'all to the thing, how did Diddy get the drugs and why Florida was so popular in the Miami thing. Everybody down there and down over there on South Beach, they all own something. Because not a normal person going to be out there hopping in the pocket all night long. It got to be the damn drug. You never been to Florida? Oh, yeah. That's where I'm from what we call the Neck Bone Dirty South. Here we go. Let's go, boy.
And it was a controlled delivery.
Right.
So I ended up, getting in trouble for steroids.
Did you get a felony?
Yeah.
Wow. How old were you?
God, the steroids were probably when I was like 22, 23.
How were you successful in that? Like, how much money did you make?
It was good. It was like maybe $2,000 a week. But I was in college. Now I was young, so it was good money for back then.
Totally.
And what it was easy. So it's like.
You selling testosterone shots?
It was testosterone, and then just stuff like to lose weight, just all different steroids. Dianabol, Deca, some were pills, some were injection. Just a mix, whatever someone wanted.
And most of that is legal, right? Like you can go get that prescribed to you, can you not?
Yeah, they're all prescription drugs. They're not like black market drugs. But the way we got them, they came from some pharmacy somewhere. But by the time they got to me, they were out of the hands of whoever got prescribed made it.
So it becomes a felony.
I am watching what you say. Yes, that's why he was going to Miami. Did you hear when the guy had said that he wasn't all on went to doctors? when he said that they all had went to doctors for getting pills, and then they would give it over to Diddy. Okay, yeah. So this is basically what it is. Hold on a second. Yeah, they went to Florida for to get the pills. Cause Florida, hold on a second. Here we go, right here. Come on here. Here we go. Here these damn fools. Hold up a second. Let me see which way are we gonna go to it. See, could I get a long story on them? Okay, you guys, that's part 1, part 2. What do we here? Got part 3. Okay, hold up. I'm trying to catch them brothers together. We don't son of bitches. Just look at them. Okay, here we go. We gonna go here from Crime Watch, and this is why this is all a Florida thing. Everybody come to Florida for to do what they gotta do. Here we go.
Drug-fueled parties, gorgeous
Miami, Southeast, that's what's going.
and boatloads of Benjamins.
This is true.
Life was good. Parties every weekend.
It sounds like the notorious lifestyle of millionaire drug lords, and it was. Except these drug lords just happened to be a couple of teenage jocks from a high school in Tampa, Florida.
Hey.
How do you go from being a bunch of high school wrestlers to being Florida's drug kingpins, now become known as the Dukes of Oxy? We're just young guys caught in a nationwide epidemic. The money was just so good. You know, making $40,000 a month, you know, it can be a little blinding and tempting.
Almost overnight, classmates Doug Dodd and Lance Barabbas went from living in a trailer park called The Swamp to the exclusive domain of Tampa's rich and famous.
He's an 18-year-old kid, and he's living next door to the coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right on the water in Tampa Bay.
And they owed it all to a national health crisis, addiction to the pharmaceutical opiate OxyContin.
The plan was hatched at their local school, Hudson High, where before they were big-time drug dealers, they were just a group of very close friends and student wrestlers trying to make a name for themselves as members of the Hudson Cobras. But when they started popping pills, their lives very quickly changed. And they made a name for themselves, all right, not as the Cobras, but as the Dukes of Oxy.
It started when Doug and Lance stumbled upon a new way of getting high by feigning pain.
The doctor we had was 80-something years old. I mean, he was frail. He was an addict himself. You could tell he was an addict. Next thing I know, I'm getting 240 oxycodones and 120 oxycontin.
We talked to Lance over the phone and he said scoring Oxy was easier than being kissed on prom night.
Well, it was unbelievable how easy it was. Once we realized the pills were so easy to get and the quantities were so easy and the demand was just so high that we couldn't even get enough pills. There was such a demand.
That's how things started going. You know, we would find people that wanted to go to the doctor and we would pay for it and then we would get their medication.
Their high school drug team quickly graduated to the college ranks. With the help of an old wrestling buddy, they forged an underground network that distributed hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of pharmaceuticals to universities across state lines. At its peak, these kids were moving an average of 20,000 OxyContin a month to Tennessee, Alaska, South Carolina, and New York.
Their operation was unique, to say the very least. The pills were shipped in containers like this.
Wait a minute. No. Wait a minute.
That will blow you away. The money came back.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that them high school guys from wrestling started getting the OxyContin in a big thing like this here? So that they wanted them so bad, and they also hey, love, late baby, hey, you got, and then also too with the doctor, he was 80-something years old, he was on them. Let's go. We working today. We getting down to the bottom. Why did Diddy had them people in Miami, brought them people from all over New York, Los Angeles, and took them to Miami. Everybody said that they told her and they feed her and they back. Y'all just spread out. Everybody go to the doctor at the same time. Y'all bring it back to me. We just working a little bit about these drugs. Here we go.
back inside teddy bears like
Teddy
these,
bear, oh my Lord,
stuffed,
oh,
would you
Teddy.
believe, full of cash.
Good times for the Duke boys, not so much for those on the receiving end of their operation. The countless lives destroyed by the highly addictive synthetic heroin.
Knowing that I was a part of that isn't good.
You feel guilty about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
The drug companies were complicit.
You know.
The doctors were complicit. The pharmacies were complicit. This was big business. It's almost like heroin was legalized in Florida.
But with big business comes big problems, as the Dukes were about to learn the hard way. The Dukes of Oxy, pillbilly teenage wrestlers making a killing pushing prescription opiates. Doug Dodd and Lance Barabbas will never be confused for criminal masterminds, but that didn't slow their epic rise from local stoners to national kingpins.
So in what must have seemed like the blink of an eye, you'd gone from selling to friends locally to what was in effect a multi-state operation.
Right. We went from selling to people in the state to buying everything we could in the state. Florida is known as ground zero for the pain pill epidemic. And meaning, you know, some counties have more pain clinics than they have McDonald's.
As dealers, their timing was impeccable. The Oxy crisis was exploding across the states, and nowhere was it more pronounced than here in Florida, and particularly along what they called the Redneck Riviera. Florida's laws didn't require any database for prescriptions, and as a result, physicians wrote 10 times as many scripts for pain medication as every other state in the country combined.
You can buy something in Florida for $8 and you can sell it in Tennessee for $50. Who doesn't want to be in that business?
For a couple of guys from a hard-scrabble neighbourhood called the Swamp, the answer was a no-brainer. Piles of cash rolled in at a staggering rate, 40, sometimes 50 grand a week. Doug tried to remain low-key.
I wanted to save $500,000 and get out.
Lance tried to resurrect Tony Montana.
He was crazy sometimes, you know. He went and got a concealed weapons permit so he could walk around with a gun on him. Why would you do that, you know?
When I was buying all the crazy stuff and all the guns and stuff, yeah, I was definitely acting like a little Scarface, that's for sure.
He would sit on the balcony of his apartment, his luxury apartment, and he'd get out a gun, an AR-15, and put the lasers on and start training it on people walking along the promenade on their foreheads. And, you know, people would see these, they'd look up and they'd scream. I mean, it's a terrifying thing to do. What a nut.
Tell me about the time Lance went car shopping.
He went and found a Ford F-150 Ford Lightning, all decked out, of course, red of all colors. And he walks into the place with like $25,000 cash and buys a truck. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
What, with hundreds and 50s?
50s, 100s, 20s, yeah.
In 2008, the DEA finally took notice. A shipment of pills was intercepted in Tennessee. A dealer turned informant, and that spelled doom for the Dukes of Oxy.
I think everyone realized it was a sinking ship, huh?
Yeah, it was a sinking ship, the Titanic. It was going down, it was going down hard. When it all ended, I was sleeping, and you know, I get woken up to my dog going crazy and the doorbell and everything. So I jump out of bed and I come through the door and I see a bunch of people over there that are on black suits and stuff like that. And I say, who is it? And he's like, DEA. And I was like, oh no, you know. And
you knew then that you were done?
It was over with.
DEA, two toys, open the door!
As soon as I opened the door, the guy pulled my arm through the door and put me in handcuffs.
Indicted by a federal grand jury, Doug was sentenced to 5 years in prison. His partner in crime, Lance, received 15. I caught up with Lance at his new home.
This call is from a federal prison.
How are you holding up? How's life in Florida's federal prison?
I mean, growing up in prison is not too fun.
Well, can you remember the day that it all unraveled for you, Lance? The day the day the police moved in?
Probably the most vivid memory I have. I go to get in my truck, and it was just a swarm of just unbelievable amount of like DEA and all kinds of people there.
7 years of your life in there, that is a lot of time to reflect. What have you come to in your own mind?
I've seen the light. I've seen the system, and I will never be in it again. That's for sure.
Yes,
Have to wear this GPS monitor.
Doug is out, but still on house arrest.
You'd be looking forward to getting this thing off your leg, I'm sure.
Yes, I am.
He lives in the home of his grandmother, Beverly, the one person whose support never wavered.
Okay, y'all, let's talk about that. Y'all, let me see. Let me tell you about that ankle brace. Never say never. And they young. They young. You remember now they started in favorite high school, 17 years old. Let me tell you that when I look at his ankle bracelet, let me tell you, Nicholas had on one, right? My son had on one. And then the lady, the probation officer, what probation or whatever, she came looking for Nicholas. I said that Nicholas is in the room. I don't know what Nicholas at. She said that well his she said, well, if he here, then where is his ankle? I said, why you asking me? I'm not the one on probation. Gotta wear an ankle brace. She said, well, and then I went in the room. I said, I don't see Nicholas. The lady said, well, I'll go back over there where the lake at. Nicholas had to cut that thing off and throw it in the water. And she said, and he gonna have to pay $300 for that because he don't cut off the ankle bracelet and throw it in the water. And she was out there to the lake because she got to bring the ankle bracelet back, the ankle thing back. She was out there trying to look for it. She said, and he threw it right in the middle of the water. Let me tell you about my cousin Cal. My cousin Cal, she had to wear an ankle bracelet, right? They couldn't do nothing with Cal. So my granddaddy, right? He was sick. He was sick and bed bound, right? Because they were looking for him, granddaddy, to go in the time. Cal took the bracelet and put it on granddaddy's feet because granddaddy died. Cal took it off her feet and put it on granddaddy. And they know it was something because granddaddy never did move. It was always the same old way. And so that's what my cousin Cal did. After they caught Cal with that, they put another ankle bracelet on Cal. Guess what the hell did Cal do? Cal went and put the ankle bracelet on the cat. Put the cat in the closet. And the cat gets like, trying to get out. Made the people come out there and looking for the, she put on granddaddy. Granddaddy was dying. So he was in bed. So that means that Cal is home. She ain't going nowhere. No kind of movements or nothing. So she put on granddaddy while granddaddy's on his dying bed. People come to my auntie house about that. They think, they put Cal on another ankle bracelet. Cal puts it on put it on the cat. Put the cat in the closet. The cat in the closet going damn crazy and everything. The people had to come out and see what is wrong with the thing. What is wrong with the thing? Damn cat was wearing it in the closet. My God, today, I tell you. Oh, my God. Nicholas stole his and the lady said, he going to have to pay $350 for it. And I'm out here trying to find it. Hold up 1 second. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go right here. I'm still at them damn boys there. See, they think so that that is good news, but no, it's not. No, it's not. Yes, Florida is where they came. If they saying that they going to Florida, say what part of Florida, and they say they going to Miami, you know what the deal is. You know what the deal is. Because other than that, Florida's for the sunshine. Who lays out there in the sun all day long? It got to be somebody on drugs. Got to be somebody on drugs. I hope that they come up with. Okay. Hold up, let's see what they had said about the ass. Oh no. Okay, here we go. Well.
Tonight on American Greed, bonus edition. They're young, rich, and running wild.
Just having fun. Here.
Remember the minute, brothers, yes.
Pills. You want to smoke some weed? Here's some weed,
A group of Florida teens stumble into an unlikely career. Drug lords.
they wanted them and we had them, and they would pay whatever for them.
And what they lack in experience, they make up for in creativity.
We would slice the back of the teddy bear, stuff it with cash.
They were clever.
Stupid clever. All trying to do something damn dumb.
But the good times don't last long as the feds infiltrate their drug ring.
I know we both want to make money, so the number one thing we got to do is keep flow going.
They were getting reckless. And when the hammer comes down, it's every man for himself.
I knew we were in some deep trouble.
And when they handed down the sentences, I begged the judge. It's almost as if
sound like the mama sound like that shoe on. That mama, wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute, no, wait a minute.
American greed is here today.
No, that mama is on the two. That mama is on the two. I'm gonna go and look up, see what's going on with these IVs.
It's the summer of 2009 in magnificent Tampa, Florida. Lance Barabbas is throwing a rager.
Okay.
The 21-year-old invites dozens of friends to his luxury.
Okay. Oh, y'all, I want to tell you something. Yeah, I'm gonna do Smokey Robinson. Today we're gonna deal fight with the drugs. Tomorrow we'll deal fight with the celebrities. What I don't pull it up. Now let me tell you something. I'm gonna do Smokey Robinson, and also too, I got some news about Shannon Sharp. Y'all, brace yourself for this here, cause we're gonna talk about it tomorrow. Brace yourself for this here. With Whoopi got sued. Whoopi had got sued, and she had lost. You remember when she was talking about Eli, little boy, and a whole bunch of stuff that she was saying, thinking that it was cute. Anyway, Whoopi really did got choked up, did in fact with court and everything. Okay, we're gonna talk about that. Yeah, she had got sued. The View had got sued. So Grand told her she got sued for $800 million. Wolfie got sued for. Joyce got sued too for $250 million. And the show. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Meanwhile, let's get these here drug dealers. Why did they come to Florida? Florida is this stomping ground. People come from all over the world, flew down to Canada. They come all over. You got to get it from Miami. You got to get it from Miami. And these little pumps from right up there in Wellington, Florida, they was the PLLS. Let's pay attention there. Rich people make glad to be poor. Yeah, you know what? It do. But like I say, that for you to keep working and working, exercise ain't always doing it. That's why I take vitamin B. That's why we have to take our vitamin. And vitamin D is for our bones. That's why we got to take our vitamin. That's just like on the pill meal. If we don't take our vitamin, we don't feel good, right? We need some energy. Or we cannot sleep. This is the same thing with the pill meal. They got to have it. Let's work here. How y'all doing today? Thank you. Let's go. Come on, Paul.
In the city's upscale Channel District.
He said, I'm going to throw a party. It's going to be all exclusive. Wild. A lot of women, a lot of friends.
The party has the ingredients to fuel a young man's wildest fantasy. Girls in bikinis, booze, and plenty of drugs.
Kegerators, Jägermeister machines, little butler trays with a pile of cocaine on it.
He had bought like an ounce of cocaine. There was pills and weed, and it was crazy.
Welcome to what that party called? Welcome to the freak off. In the drugs that you want. Welcome to the freak off, y'all. Let's do it.
Later that evening, Lance has a special surprise for his party guests.
You know, he decides to pull out a backpack full of money and just starts dumping it on the bed.
Partygoers say that Lance dumps nearly $100,000 across the mattress.
Damn.
at the time he was dating a girl, and he had, you know, two of her girlfriends were in the room, and, you know, next thing you know, they just started getting in their lingerie and just taking pictures.
Lance also owns a mini arsenal, AR-15s, an AK-47, and a variety of handguns. The weapons spice up the girls' selfies.
Look at these beautiful girls in their underwear with tens of thousands of dollars. They can post it on Facebook for all I care, and it's hilarious.
The party is a celebration of Lance Barabbas's business success. His startup company brings in tens of thousands of dollars each week.
They were on the verge of making millions. They were making tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars. They were making, to kids, infinite amounts of money.
Okay, let's talk about this here for a minute here. Now, as you read this is not the one I'm talking about, but we'll get to it. Unless I know they're supposed to be a set of twins. Let me tell you. Oh shoot! Hold on a second. Each doctor check this out. Each doctor that write the prescription, that doctor get $400. Each person that he see and write the prescription, he get $400. What do y'all think? Here we go. That's a good day. That means that's a good day at the racetrack, and a very blessed day to have this type of job. Here we go.
But Lance's business plan is, of course, illegal. For the past year, he and his friends have been dealing oxycodone pills. In the late 2000s, it's a golden opportunity that Lance Barabbas and his crew are all too happy to exploit.
Lance was abusing drugs. He was living like there was no tomorrow. And that's kind of literally how it all went for him. There was no tomorrow. Lance was just waiting to get taken down.
Thank you guys. This here,
The tale of aspiring drug lord Lance Barabbas and his unlikely drug ring begins in Pasco County, Florida, in the small town of Hudson. Though it's located just an hour north of Clearwater Beach, Hudson might as well be a world away from that.
As you hear, he said Clearwater Beach. Remember, Brianna said that she go to Clearwater Beach. Okay, so basically all this here on the West Coast, this is all over here on Tampa side. Okay, here we go. The beach is not over there. The beach is on the East Coast. Okay, so they got to get it to Miami. Whoa, did I see your regular ass now? Bitch, let's do it.
Famous coastline.
The last reason Hudson Beach was on the news is because there was a flesh-eating virus in the water.
But it's kind of, I would say, a mixture between beachy, coastal, and redneckish. If you weren't at the beach or down, on the boat, you're at the mud hole.
Landon Barabbas is the middle child of the three Barabbas siblings. His baby brother Lance is 2 years younger.
Lance was always skinny and kind of the runt, so football wasn't, his thing. When he got into high school and he got introduced to wrestling, that's where he really excelled.
And Lance and I have a special bond because we've known each other and, we've been through a lot together.
Doug Dodd is good friends with Lance and knows the other Barabbas boys.
You know what I think? This is what I think. I think so, like over there where they at, yeah, it's a lot of mud, and a lot of time the hurricane come up over there on that side, yeah, where they're from, okay? Either they, the poor, the rednecks, either they got it, or you got some rich person that got it. It's never nobody right there in the middle. Never nobody. The ones that in the middle, they want it, they need it. They cannot take it. But over there with all the rednecks and they playing in mud, they the one that got it. And they some good looking boys. Gee whiz. Here we go.
Including the oldest brother, Larry. through the wrestling team. Here they are in a high school team photo. Another pal, Richard Sullivan, rounds out the tight-knit crew.
I met them at Hudson High in 9th grade. We all wrestled together. They were kind of just wisecracking, privileged, I would say.
The Barabbas family is well known in Hudson. The boy's mother, Lisa, runs a homeless shelter called Holy Ground. She actually raises her kids in the facility.
I thought raising them here was good. I was giving them the Christian background. They always had to go to church. Lance was always going to grow up and be a pastor. He used to carry his little Bible and be all dressed up in a little suit.
It was unique. It was different. Always stuff going on. I got to learn a lot about people and, all walks of life.
Despite appearances, the family is financially secure.
Oh my God!
Lisa
Wait a minute.
received
Hold
a
on.
generous
Wait a minute.
insurance settlement when her
Okay, here we go.
the
Let's
boy's
talk about this here.
stepfather, is tragically.
Okay, the family is secure. They don't have to worry about nothing. The mama feed the got a non-profit organization that did the fact that she feed the homeless, and the boys walk around there and they help out. Some good-looking boys. Well, I can't understand with the mama. The mama have a whole lot of bags under her eyes. To me, the mama ain't been getting much rest with them damn boys acting wild. Hold up 1 second. Hold up. Y'all. Florida is cost us the way how the thing is now. Hold 1 second. Let's go somewhere else. I don't want to basically dwell on one specific story. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Let me give us a break for that for 1 minute here. Okay, hold up. Let me see. Okay, you guys, we're gonna take little by little at a time. The reason why I'm taking my little by little time so it won't be through the training that I'm going now. I'm getting some great advice. I'm going little by little, so it won't look like I'm just cussing like Crosso dealing fight with their video. I'm basically dealing fight with the drugs. What is going on? This basically dealing fight with the drugs that have to. So I'm gonna play around with it a little bit, so it won't seem like that I'm really copying somebody's mute video, basically coming through with it. Thank you guys. Yeah, you enjoyed the show. Please tip the host. Thank you. How you doing today? Welcome. Y'all, I got to tell you something. Hold back. Let's hold up the drug mill. We working on something. We working on something. Hold on a second. That's my sister. Okay, y'all. I'm still working. I've been looking at the documentary when I was in it. Let me put this on the chart. Wait a minute, you guys. Y'all, this is something we're gonna play around with this here just for a little bit. I've been listening to it. I didn't want to get into tonight. I'm working something. Way that I'm doing this here, it basically didn't fight that, but they won't get me for anything that like I'm really am copyrighting somebody. But I gotta tell you something. What I was trying to tell you, y'all. It may look like I'm all over the place, but I'm working it. I'm getting that. I just want to try to focus your mind on something else, so it won't be like to YouTube that I'm talking some other stuff. So that we are dealing with the drugs tonight. But let me tell you something. I want y'all to look forward to this here tomorrow because I did some deep diving. Hold up now. We're going to go out in these streets for a little bit. Hold it. This no, that's not it. Here we go. Y'all bear with me just one moment. With everything going on today, how are we doing? Here we go. Let's talk about.
I think how ironic that Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and the rest of the ladies on The View spend their time calling Republicans the conspiracy theorists, but they have been wrong about everything they have said over the last couple of years.
The courtroom was packed with bodies and buzzing tension. Every seat was taken, and even the walls felt like they were holding their breath. All eyes were locked on one woman, Whoopi Goldberg. But she wasn't the powerful figure from television anymore. She looked rattled, shaken, and on the verge of collapse. When the judge walked in and slammed his gavel down, the sound echoed like thunder. "Order in the court," he demanded, but the room could barely keep still. This wasn't just any hearing. This was the climax of one of the biggest media lawsuits in history. Whoopi sat stiff and pale at the defense table, her hands twitching as she gripped a pen she hadn't written with all morning. Her usual boldness was gone. Her lawyer whispered something, but she didn't respond. She was frozen. Across the room, Caroline Levitt looked like a woman on a mission. Calm, focused, and iron-willed, she barely moved as the judge cleared his throat to read the next devastating blow. Her confidence filled the courtroom like a wave. Then it happened. The words everyone had been waiting for. The judge declared that Whoopi Goldberg was being officially sentenced in the defamation case. The gasps from the gallery were instant and explosive. Whoopi's mouth dropped open. Her eyes widened in disbelief. She looked at her lawyer, then the judge, then back down at the table, almost as if hoping this was a nightmare she could wake up from.
I would like this young lady this is her first job, I would like her to do a little homework. Because she said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here. Oh, yeah. Let me explain something to you. Because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah. I think she's probably been put in there because according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though. It's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
But it was real. The $800 million lawsuit that she once laughed off had now become a crushing reality. And in that moment, every joke, every smug smirk she had thrown on national TV came back like a slap to the face. Caroline didn't smile, didn't gloat. She just sat still, like justice was finally speaking for her. And the courtroom, so often filled with distraction and noise, was dead silent except for the sound of papers rustling and reporters typing furiously. Suddenly, Whoopi leaned forward as if the weight of the sentence hit her like a brick wall. She gripped the table tighter, her body hunched over. She blinked rapidly, trying to stay composed, but her strength was slipping away. Fast. One tear, then another. It wasn't a breakdown, it was a total collapse of the persona she had worn for years. Gone was the confident talk show Titan. In her place sat a woman unraveling in front of the world. People watching from screens outside the courtroom began to react in...
Y'all, how y'all doing? We'll talk about more about this here yesterday. Excuse me, not yesterday, tomorrow. This here happened 2 weeks ago, okay? The judge has said something very, very strong that the judge has said to them about the way how they do the things on The View. Not everything is funny, and what the mud that they had on sling, it wasn't even called for. Yes, I did hear the show, but that's based on their personality is. But yes, they did take a hard did. Whoopi did go hard on. Y'all, that's what we get. B statement, that's what y'all get. Did in fact we're talking about with kids. That's why we are the SSX, strategy strike sector. We got to stay focused. This is what it cost her. And she made the remark, did in fact with Eli's son, and did in fact that how he looked and this, that, and other. And with that, The View is the whole thing over the world. That's what they hit her with. My God, today. You can't tell me. Tomorrow, when we go over this here tomorrow, we're going to go over and we're going to talk about the fact that how that it hit, what's her name? Joy. They hit her too. She got into the million. She got hit too. But meanwhile, let's rock back over here. Diddy, y'all, we going to New York in another month or so. We going to the New York hold on a second, y'all don't see my face. I'm going to New York for the scooters. The scooters are seeing me in New York. They want to see me on camera. I'm going to New York I'm going to the Big Apple. I'm going to hear the verdict. I'm going to look at people's face. I'm going for the scooter for old time's sake. Don't y'all cash at me anything. Wait till y'all see me in New York. Yeah. Let justice be prevail and let's see what's going to happen. Y'all, after you talk about this here, I'm going to break this video up. Y'all think I should break this up as it's short and like this here? I didn't want it too much like go. I want to keep it on, but I didn't want to. I'm giving y'all a rough grab of what's going to be like tomorrow because I'm going to get down in it. I am so happy because I have no change that I'm going to let you do. Thank God for someone that watching over me. They can see me far away, Jesus. They see it inside me, Jesus, that I'm going to be all right. Just stay on this here. That's why we are the strategy. Thank God for Jesus that true people comes in my life, want to see me grow. Thank you, Jesus. And I admire you. I thank you. And I will not take nobody's friendship in here for granted. If you have a ranch or not, I'm not gonna play with y'all like that. But we are going to New York. Yes, I am. Even if I have to start now with my scooter, we going to New York. Yeah, they say it's supposed to be over around about the 4th of July. They better make up their mind because I got to get my ticket. We going to New York, to the Big Apple with my pole. I'm gonna have my pole. Me and Metro. Now, this is what Diddy did. Diddy was out there with them. Diddy was inside the prison, but guess what they did? They was out there. Diddy was paid over $1 million for the people that's out there to wear the shirts. And they want the shirts to be showed right there in front of the media. Let's talk about it. Here we finna go. We working. I tell you, we gonna get on these appeals. Yeah, I gotta play around with it so they won't see that I'm trying to take somebody else's stuff. No, I'm just doing my content. All this is for an educating purpose. Here we go. We going over here and see what Diddy was around here with them shirts behind them bars. Yes, he did. Here we go. Okay. Okay. I also too want to let y'all. Let me go see what she got with her short. No. Hold on a second. How long was that? No, I got to put something behind me. I know how to do that. Okay. Hold on a second. She didn't even put these in order. Wait a minute, hold on a second. All up, you guys. I'm getting us here. I don't hear that. Hold on a second. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Let's go right here.
To make Cassie come out on Monday day and testifying to the next week. The prosecution is doing everything they can to limit defense's
They don't want
attempt
Cassidy
to
on the
harass
base yet. They gonna bring
and
us
do
like
nothing.
Monday.
What is at the root of this? The root of this is that
How you doing?
when, and I was in the court, so I can actually tell you guys what happened. The root of this is the fact that Diddy used precious time when he should have been trying to poke holes in Cassie's stories into getting sound bites so he could run those to blogs and legacy media, and he could literally play the same sick mind games he's played with Cassie the whole time. It sounds far-fetched, but I'm gonna break it down for you. Why it is exactly what is going on. Okay, first of all, okay, and this slipped under a lot of people's radar, but Diddy's the prosecutors, okay? Let's give a shout out to Emily and I believe, of course, Maureen Comey. Let's give a shout out to them. They did the thing. Even when it looked like Cassie had lost the jury, they came back and said, yeah, no. Anyway, if you want to know what I'm talking about, go watch those lives. But listen to this. Diddy's prosecutors are asking the judge to limit Cassie questioning because early labor could cause a mistrial. You guys, it has been said, and I said this from the beginning, the way they're treating Cassie, it's almost like they want her to go into labor. They want a mistrial. I don't care what you guys heard on the blogs. Okay, I was in the courtroom. Diddy took control of the cross-examination. The cross-examination is supposed to be you poking holes in people's stories. Because if I come there and I say, hi, my name is Tisa, and I have curly hair, right? And if you don't poke holes in my story on cross-examination, the jury must accept my name is Tisa and I have curly hair. The job of cross-examination is not to S-shame somebody. It's not to make somebody look stupid. It's not to literally rehash a 10-year feud. The time is to be like, you say your name is Tisa with curly hair, but this is not a picture of you with a straight 30-inch bust down. This is not a picture of you with your hair pulled back in a bun. You need to introduce evidence that directly shows that what I'm saying is a lie. Cassie said that Diddy sex trafficked her and beat her mercilessly. You need DV in order for it to be sex trafficking. You need the force, you need the coercion. Cassie said that Diddy did A, B, and C. Diddy never said he didn't do A, B, and C. He didn't offer proof he didn't do A, B, and C. He came with a bunch of excuses like, well, I was a drug addict. Well, I think you used me. Well, you just wanted the album. Okay, Diddy. And this goes for the legal mind. Everything you said about Cassie is true. How does that change what she said, what you did to her? Because what you did to her was illegal. Okay?
Okay, reason why I had to do it like that, because I didn't want them to think I basically like was copying everything down. So I had to mix that up, putting little points in there, putting like a little bit of points there, then go back and doing the peel mill. So, but we are doing the peel mill. Hold 1 second here. I just basically want to put it in there that we're not basically, that I'm just not copying everything what she's saying piece by piece. Even on the kids video. That's why I'm trying to get the shortest ones. Hold 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Here we go. All I want to be right behind the thing. Okay, here we go. Oh my God. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Okay. I think I got something right here for us. I got something right here. Here we go. These are y'all. All these cases here is based from Florida. Hold 1 second here. I'm gonna get me some beer. Here we go. Let's see what this girl here done did.
A Florida doctor and numerous accomplices have been arrested for a massive pill mill scheme that left scores of people dead from addiction. I'm joined now by Peter Mouget, my law partner, and the lawyer who absolutely led the entire national opioid litigation and got a tremendous result. Peter, this case, it's a case right here that we can use, I think, as a template to say these cases that you're handling all over the country, similar cases. We've paid attention to the distributors. We made them pay $23 billion. We paid attention to the manufacturers. You made them pay what, another 11 billion?
15, 20. Matter of fact, if Purdue comes in, it'll be another 20.
Another
yes.
$20 billion. You've always said you wanted to get in this position so you could really pay attention to the pharmacies and what their role was, and the doctors who were just simply an extension of these criminal enterprises. This is the case that gives you that intro to talk about it.
This case in our backyard is just an example of what's happened in and around the country. So you have this doctor, 70-plus-year-old OBGYN, operating out of a late night. She had a neon light outside of her office. It's open for business, often until 9 or 10 o'clock at night. And she's literally a drug dealer wearing a lab coat and an MD. And she's peddling drugs out of her office and has literally a network, a cartel, that they're selling drugs in the Panhandle of Florida. This is the same pattern around the country. And we're taking this case and we're going to hold the pharmacies accountable along with the doctors side by side. And that's a really important point of our discussion today.
I thought it was interesting that part of the case was that she had some relationship with with lawyers. She was sending them workers' compensation cases. The workers' comp people are the ones that she was basically selling illegal drugs to a large degree. This case, I think we've just started seeing the beginning of it.
Yes.
And so tell me how this case is a great example of the cases that you're going to be handling all across the country.
Well, let's start with our system. Our system of opiate management in the country it's extremely important. And opiates are essentially heroin. It's legalized heroin. And so our federal government has set up a structure. It's called the Controlled Substance Act, recognizing that this is heroin, extremely dangerous, that we track every single pill from manufacturers to distributors to pharmacies. We know what doctors are writing the scripts, and then the PDMP, which is the state data, knows which patients are getting. There's all kinds of transparency. And for the privilege of operating in the space and making money, wherever you are in the supply chain, you have responsibilities. And those responsibilities under the Controlled Substance Act are to look for red flags. So if you have a prescription and you go in to fill it, an opiate prescription, the pharmacist has an obligation to look and see if the doctor red flags or the patient red flags.
Okay, the reason you're such a problem for the industry, for this process, is that you figured out a system from word go. I remember when we first talked about it, when we first initiated this case, that, oh, by the way, initiated right out of Pensacola, Florida. That's where the opioid litigation really began. That's where we came up with the ideas. And one of the things that you talked about even back then is to be able to track everything.
Yes.
To track a pill from a manufacturer to a distributor to the doctor who is a criminal.
Right.
To the person who's buying it under a criminal kind of scheme. So tell me about that system.
There's 2 billion lines of data that we've gotten a hold of at this point. And just as you said.
Wait a minute. Did y'all hear what he said? He said the doctor is a criminal. Wait a minute. No. Something went over my head. The doctor is a criminal. The doctor is a criminal. Criminal of what? Hold on a second. Okay, let's go here. The doctor is a criminal. Did y'all hear that? Okay, here we go. Oh, them two bastards. Let me see. Guess what? No. That ain't the part that I had out there.
Full extent to it all. Anyways, I ended up getting in trouble. I beat all the other charges, went to trial, beat everything besides stealing and stolen property because I did purchase the plastics thing. We're on my dirt bike. So that was where it all started. So 10th grade, I probably went to school probably about the first 3-4 months of 10th grade, and I ended up finishing high school in juvie prison. I couldn't complete it because it was just too crazy and wild fighting. I caught, I think, 7 battery charges while I was in there because them kids are just, it's no prison compares to juvenile prison. I'll put money on that all day. It's out of control.
What was it? Was it just a need for action? Was it just you clashing with other personalities there? People doing shit to you? People trying to fuck with you? What was it?
So here's the issue is I'd say 80% of the kids are called state babies. They have no parents, no home to go home to. So when they see you getting visits, phone calls, money on your books, you're getting stuff, they get really jealous. They have nothing. They're just out of control, defiant. They want to fuck with you. They want to do I can't even put words on it. We just nickname them they're called state babies. And they don't want to see nobody succeed or do anything.
90% of people in there are state babies?
80 to 90%. Swear to God, all day. They don't get no visits. They got nobody giving them money.
That's sad.
Their dad's in prison. Mom's a druggie on the streets. It's really sad. And they're just in there just defending for themselves. And when I tell you they lash out, I've never seen nothing like it before in my life. I would literally get in fights. And I didn't catch a battery charge for the fights in them. What it is when you get in fights, when the staff try to break it up and they get elbowed or punched in the fight, that's where I got 7 batteries on Leos the whole time. So I ended up I started out Martin County boot camp. And then I ended up getting transferred out of there to EIHH in Okeechobee. And then I only lasted there like 2 weeks maybe, and I'm getting in a pretty bad fight. And I caught a couple more battery charges. And then they sent me to EYDC, which was a bigger level program. And I only had one more step before I went to adult prison. And the only reason why I left there is because I aged out. So I did my whole high school almost in juvie.
And it started with the stolen property that you bought.
Yes.
Then you were in the system, and then it was just battery charge.
Okay, here we go. I understand what this young man is talking about. So you remember I told you that you guys know my son Nicholas. He basically, I would say that I would say he's sort of kind of a system baby. Which that I'm the one that put him in there. But anyway, when he graduated, they gave Nicholas the GED test to see if where he's staying and making it. Nicholas ain't never did no homework at home, but he aced every paper. I don't know what the hell how this boy mind was working, right? And Nicholas got his GED on a paper that they just basically was given to him, and he wasn't even and he graduated there. Nicholas graduated in the program, the booster, the place that I put him in. That was Nicholas graduated. So basically, you could say he's the system baby. Okay, here we go.
Battery charge that kept you in the system up until roughly around 18 years old.
Yes.
Okay, so you now you're already in the system. You've experienced it. 18, you get out.
I got out a couple months before I was 18 due to my case manager pulling some strings, getting me out because I was doing good. He likes me a lot. So he worked something to get me out a little earlier, give me a chance, to adjust. I thought they were trying to set me up. So I left Hero, went and stayed at my grandma's until I turned 18 to where they couldn't touch me no more. And then I came back home.
You know what? Y'all, I don't mean no harm. Please forgive me. But damn, man. Yeah, that is right. But lovely one, could you like you said that doctor are the biggest drug dealers in the world, okay? Provide a prescription for drugs. Okay. Providing the prescription for drugs. Y'all, excuse me for being so dumb. We just found out today, today, what was the Tootsie Roll? Damn, man, I ain't have no idea about that. Yeah, I know to drop them. Oh, yeah, you hear that? Oh, drop them, write prescription and all this type of stuff. And they write you with these prescription. But damn, but actually see a doctor based like that. This is your business. is writing these prescriptions. And also, too, I did learn something tonight that we was talking about that these doctors, y'all, because they're a doctor, they not rich. I got my nephew that stay up there in Missouri. He's a neurologist. He's up there. He's the head doctor with the intensive care. And he's still working, paying, let's see, he is 41 or 42 now. He's still working on paying for his college and being a doctor. He's still working on that. He don't want a book and everything. Hold on a second, y'all. I'm trying to find where these drugs. I just can't take these drugs. My God, today, Jesus. Wait a minute. Let's see what he's talking about. Okay, here we go. I'm trying to find him. I don't want to hear no more talking now. I'm trying to find what I was looking at. I got to do better. When, let me see. Is this, no, I don't want to hear y'all talking about it. Hold on a second. Let me see what the hell they don't did now.
We're profiting $4 million a month. Government says I can do this. They're giving us a license, allowing us to run this operation. CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid. Every time they get in trouble for doing the same thing I did, they pay $60 million fine. At this point, I already knew that they were going to get me. The attorney told me to stack as much money away as you can, because no matter what, you're going to get the same amount of time. I was born and raised in Vero Beach, Florida. By the age of 15 is when I started my criminal activities. So I started dabbling into singing a little bit. I didn't smoke it, but I sold it.
Right.
And so some of the guys that I was selling it to, they were in this little ring of like stealing stuff and selling it or whatever. Well, they had these four-wheelers they would steal because they were poor. They didn't have no money to, buy them. So they would like steal them and hide them in the woods, because I lived out west town of where I live is like outside the little town that I was in, where it's like dirt roads and woods a lot. And so we'd all go out there when they went around and ride the stuff or whatever. And I had these guys and they were wanting to buy the stolen stuff. So I hooked them up with these boys, buying the stolen stuff. And they had stole this dirt bike from this boy named Zach Rose. And later on, he's going to become the guy that got me put in prison for the second time. So I had purchased the plastics off of it because I like the graphics and stuff to put on my dirt bike, not thinking that it would ever come back and bite me in the ass. I'm young. So I purchased it and I put them on my dirt bike, and then the word got around town. So he turns me in, whatever. That turns me in, but wants to come get his stuff. Cops are called, and it unravels this big thing that they've been looking for, these guys that are stealing, because somebody else had got caught with a stolen four-wheeler linked back to them. And I didn't know that they were
sure it's the right fit for you. Plus, they offer free shipping, and most items are shipped within 24 hours. If you're not sure which ghost bed is right for you, check out their mattress quiz. You'll answer a few questions and get a personalized recommendation. Even better, our listeners can get 50% off site-wide for a limited time. Just visit ghostbed.com/Cox. and use the code Cox at checkout. Again, that's ghostbed.com/Cox with the code Cox at the checkout to save a whopping 50% off site-wide.
Next day, we tear the boat apart, cannot find the tracking device. Cannot find it nowhere on it. We're like, holy shit.
So is it just hidden that good, or they come and take it out? Like,
I'm doing a podcast with the agent here coming up soon. Okay. I still to this day don't know.
Okay.
I was told that they wired it. It's so small, and they wired it in your ignition. So every time you turn your key on,
you turn it on.
So I've been told through one of the agents, one of the ones I had on payroll, he says, I can tell you this much because I'm looking for a box.
Yeah.
Well, when they wired into something, when it turns on, they don't have to have a big box now with a tracker. So he says they're real small. It's just a piece of wire with like a little tiny little thing, just enough to send a signal, because now they have power. They don't have to have a. My first plug was this Mexican guy that lived next door to my brother. All I did was just get an 8-ball from him. I want to say within the first month, I'm already pushing ounces. I didn't know I went to school with a Colombian cartel family. He says, I can get it on any ship you want out of this country. Anyway, it's up to you to get it off. I said, I got that.
Jason Votrebeck grew up as a good old boy off of the coast of Vero Beach, Florida. He fell into the cocaine trade right out of high school. Okay. By the time he was 19 years old, he was moving multi-kilo.
Okay, look. This is basically talking about them with these same old boys. Yeah, Vero Beach, Florida, it's the same old. Everybody just doing it in a whole different way. But you know what? Guess what? I had learned something. You know, when I was playing that, you know, he had like some music like in the background. That giving me some idea on what I should do. Okay, let me see where we at now. Okay. As you see, everyone I paid, it was dealing back with Florida. Mm-hmm. I don't know if y'all sleeping, but I'm having a good time. Let's do it. I will watch y'all a whole documentary where all of them was up there. All of them was up there. Hold on a second. Let's do it.
Shipments in association with Mexican cartel groups based out of Texas. But after a series of grisly murders, Jason lost that connect and turned to a more old school, unlikely source for his cocaine, Colombia. After much trial and error, Jason and his crew figured out how to smuggle in 100-kilo shipments inside of private fishing vessels from Freeport, Bahamas, right into the coast of eastern Florida. Jason is a student of the drug trade. I've never heard anyone articulate drug trafficking, drug smuggling, and the intricacies of the cat and mouse game that they play with law enforcement every day better than him. Make sure to check out his TikTok where he breaks down his journey clip by clip. It's one of my favorite accounts. After making untold millions of dollars, Jason did the remarkable thing and retired from the drug game. But his odyssey doesn't end there. He went on to become one of the biggest Oxycontin operators in South Florida, making $4 million a month operating pain pill clinics in the early days of the American opioid epidemic. This, not the cocaine, is eventually what did him in and landed him in prison for over a decade. If you want to hear that story, I highly recommend you check it out over on Patreon. Patreon.com/The Connect Show. All right, no more chit chat. There is so much to get to in this episode. One of the most fascinating interviews I've done in a long time. Jason Votrebeck, right here on The Connect with Johnny Mitchell.
I had these dive tanks made. We put the drugs in there and I slide the plastic back on. We're making these small runs and like we keep coming back. Never get pulled over, never have no issues. And a lot of people don't understand. I don't know if you know how easy it is to get through customs. This car like pulls up and these dudes like jump out and they like grab me. I had my gun in my back pocket of my pants. I just grabbed him and I put it in his head and I was like, I'll blow his brains out right now. And that's when I was like, I'm over it. They're going to get me eventually.
This is after you had a gun to your head, been kidnapped, all that shit. But you weren't really a violent guy.
No,
like,
not at
it doesn't
all.
seem like that.
I'm
I think
not.
you were just bluffing.
No, I'm just.
I mean, everybody's got guns.
Don't get, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like I'm just that crazy ass white boy, country white boy from Florida. You know what I'm saying? That grew up in the citrus cattle town. You know what I'm saying? Small. You know, I'm a small town country boy.
Where in Florida?
Vero Beach, Florida.
Is that the west or the east coast?
It's on the east coast. It's about an hour and a half north of West Palm Beach. We're known for Indian River County citrus. So you see Indian River County fruit, all citrus, you know, oranges, grapefruit, stuff like that. It's known nationwide. So it's a small town. I mean, when I grew up, majority of the town had blinking lights, not, you know, regular lights.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think that on the east coast of Florida. So I'm central between West Palm and Daytona.
Did you have drug trafficking in your family?
Yes and no. So nobody in my family is a drug trafficker. My dad was asked to run drugs because my whole town is built on the tri-counties. So it'd be Okeechobee, St. Lucie, and Indian River County is all done drug smuggling. So I don't know if you watched the documentary Cocaine Cowboys.
Obviously.
So they would fly the planes past Miami, come up our way, land, then take the drugs back to Miami and distribute it out however they're going to do it. Because it was all like country, small towns where our sheriffs were involved. Like literally, I can tell you.
Y'all see? Y'all, I'm playing around with it because I can't let them be like that. I'm really recording all this stuff. Y'all, this is amazing. Next one that I was looking at, Dylan Fact. Now check this out here. Y'all gotta come a little closer. This what they call synthetic marijuana. We gonna go into that. I don't know if we will. I think so. I don't know if we're gonna do Saturday as a drug day, Dylan Fact because of Diddy, but it's synthetic marijuana. They make good money off of that. I did the research on that. It shows the type of bottle. It shows how that they go and buy. It's just like that you go and buy popcorns, right? When the popcorns arrive, just for example, you spray this here spray all over. Put it like, let me go like y'all forgive me. Like cat litter. They spray this till the stuff come into a big, like a big rice bag. You know how they sit on the big. It comes in that. It comes in that. It is no ingredients in it. It's just dry. So what they do is they have this chemical that they pour on it. When it get dry, that's when they start. And then with that chemical, it okay, it called okay. Well, that stuff, love, know about your ass. Gotcha. Then they go out and then they do it. My, isn't that a shame? Oh, just give y'all a rundown what happened. Yesterday they had yesterday morning on Thursday night they had 11 escapees. They found one of the escapees. He was still in the cell, but he was in somebody else's cell. But anyway, they happened to catch I think about 2 or 3. Anyway, come to find out after they did their investigation, guess what happened? Not only that they took the sink and the toilet out, it was an inside job. They got 3 correction officers. They don't suspend it on leave because they helped them get out. Let's continue. Tell you, it's money talks. Money talks, man, my God. But not all money is good money. I want to what's we at? Y'all, let me tell you. I had pain medication after surgery I had, and I did like the first day. Okay, so my doctor gave me. Okay, doctor, that was. But you know what? Only how that I had got some hard drugs when I had kidney stones. They gave me some medicine called the blues. That when I had kidney stone, and I mean it was bad. That, but I didn't get hooked on them. I got mad with the drugs because that I got mad with it because that hell I stayed asleep. I had shit to do. Okay. Also too there in Florida, they also too got a hotel. What's his name? Walgreen ass. Walgreen ass knew it was a certain Walgreen that they would go to all the time, and the Walgreen knew, but the man behind the Walgreen, let's say the head man over the manager, dealing with the pharmacy. Oh, he already knew what was going on because he was getting broke off. He was getting broke off. I think so. Dinner was breaking his ass off. I put everything on his regular ass. Ain't nothing he can do. Also, too, it was known to the home health care nurse. It was known as the home health care nurse. In a nurse, y'all, boy, we gonna do some deep diving. I gotta write all this stuff out. Shoot, because if I know that my manager, she would cuss me out, not right, because she hit my idea. We gonna do into the deep dive, dealing fact with the nurse having sex with the patient. And they nursing home, and then the patient them got good sense. They give them a piece of their check. Y'all don't think so? Hold up, this here. Hold on a second. I got to write down this here. They heard somebody in the closet. We still working on drugs. I'm trying to do something for they not to find out. I don't want them to scratch me. Didn't fight with their channel. Oh shit. Hold on a second, y'all. I think I come up with something. Hold on a second. I see something right here. This thing moving. That's probably why I can't see nothing. Hold on a second. gotta put on there because she's talking about no Mendez brother. Let me figure this out now. Okay, I think that's what I got. Let me see. Okay, how about this? Let's go. Ready? Let's do it.
Thank you so much. Are you waiting for doctor?
The waiting room in this doctor's office near Beverly Hills is packed. New patients arrive every minute.
Come to see doctor.
All right, yes it
But not
is.
everyone here is ill.
Tell me please, what medicine do you want?
With our hidden camera, we discovered this doctor's secret specialty.
I want Vicodin.
Prescriptions for dangerously addictive drugs.
Can you get me like Lorset or something like that? Something Lorset or
Why not?
Lorset and Vicodin, pain pills that are as addictive as heroin and being abused in epidemic proportions, according to addiction specialist David Krausman.
One of the sayings that's going on right now is that it's easier to get 2 Vicodin with your martini than it is 2 olives.
Dr. Umansky,
Okay.
This is the office of Dr. Michael Umansky, a licensed California physician.
How do you want to do that? You want to do it on Saturday?
We sent in a producer.
Let's get started today.
She filled out a form and paid $50 for an office visit.
My back hurts.
She pretended to have back pain. Dr. Umansky listened to her heartbeat, inquired about her health, and without even touching her back, in less than 3 minutes, the doctor let the patient prescribe the pills. That's right. He asked our producer what she wanted to treat her sore back, not the other way around.
Vicodin.
She requested Vicodin, and without any questions, Dr. Umansky handed her a prescription for 60 pills and even told her how to get the prescription filled without any problems.
Don't go where? Don't go to Savon?
Savon, long drug.
Long drug?
Rite Aid.
Rite Aid.
Walgreens.
Walgreens. Okay.
Small pharmacy.
Okay. And why? Small pharmacy.
Small because they're not interconnected by computers.
And the doctor advised our producer if her name was on the computer, it wouldn't be good.
Europeans are
Is there a place I should go?
Later, we sent in another producer who again was asked to name her prescription. She received the same instructions.
You can go across the street, small pharmacy.
We watched as dozens of patients followed his suggestion and walked across the street to the small pharmacy and had their prescriptions filled.
Okay, there's one Lorset.
This is, in fact, just a pill mill.
A pill mill is how Raymond Connor describes Dr. Umansky's practice. Connor heads up the Federal Drug Enforcement Administration's LA unit that investigates doctors.
Is this doctor just...
What should we call him?
From what you described, it certainly sounds like it.
He's a licensed drug dealer.
That's right. However, the license does not extend to his ability to do what he's doing.
In our 2-month investigation, these are just some of the pills we were able to obtain from Dr. Umansky's office. We sent in 5 producers undercover. They came back with prescriptions for Vicodin, Lorset, Valium, Xanax, more than 700 pills in just 60 days. And we found there was no end to the prescriptions.
$30, please.
For $30, we discovered patients could come back every 30 days and get even more drugs. All they had to do was see Dr. Umansky's assistant and wife, Olga. She wrote the prescriptions, not the doctor, which is against federal law. And we found we could name our own prescription. On one occasion, our producer was prescribed lorazepam by Dr. Umansky for treatment of anxiety. But she went back and got Vicodin without seeing the doctor.
And tell me, please, what medicine do you want?
I'd like to get Vicodin ES and some Xanax, please.
Vicodin ES, 60?
Yes.
And Xanax 1 milligram?
2.
No.
2. How many?
Some patients we spoke to say they knew how to work the system.
You tell me what I want, I'll be like, no.
And some admitted to becoming addicted to the pills Dr. Umansky and other physicians prescribe.
I was taking 500 a week.
Pills?
Are you violating your oath as a physician, sir?
No, absolutely not.
I confronted Dr. Umansky, who defended his prescription practices.
I have the right to prescribe any medicine.
He denied doing anything illegal, but admitted that patients filling prescriptions at chain pharmacies could get him in trouble.
I know that this big chain pharmacy, they keep list on patient who is taking controlled substances.
Right, and why should that concern you, though, if it's all legal?
This is absolutely legal, but I don't want to have troubles with this pharmacy. I don't want to have call from this pharmacy.
And his wife Olga admitted she's not licensed to write prescriptions.
Do you have a DEA registration?
I don't have.
Why are you writing prescriptions, ma'am?
She said it's common practice, and Dr. Umansky says he believes all his patients are in pain and not addicted. But after looking at our undercover video and being faced with what we uncovered, the doctor promised to stop.
There'll be no more prescriptions.
No more.
No more.
Today it will be last day.
But it was already too late for the state medical board. Dr. Umansky was let out of his office in handcuffs after we alerted the board to the findings of our investigation. He was charged with issuing prescriptions without a legitimate medical purpose, a felony. His wife Olga was charged with practicing medicine without a license, also a felony. It turns out the medical board was also conducting their own investigation. His office door was locked by police, but it may come too late for some patients who already may have become addicted by Dr. Umansky and other physicians.
Those specific physicians are literally a pusher. They're a dealer. And that's what they're
Damn,
doing.
man.
They are contributing to the addiction of their patients.
Damn. Ooh, Jesus. Ooh, my Lord. Ooh, my God. Jesus. Get him on the main line. Okay, here we go. Y'all, I found it.
It's a hard thing when a mother has only memories to hold.
When I think of Joey as a baby, it's just what a cheerful little sweet baby he was.
It's not much easier for a high school sweetheart.
There still is a piece missing, and that's Joey.
Kelly Morera heard some of the last breaths ever taken by her longtime boyfriend, Joey Rivero.
I talked to him on the phone. We ended up actually both falling asleep on the phone. And I woke up at about 6 in the morning, and I heard him snoring on the other line. So then I just hung up the phone and went back to sleep.
But the affable, ambitious Arizona State University senior would never wake up. Roommates discovered his body hours later, lying in bed, no sign of life.
We just couldn't have been more shocked. Like a brick hitting you. What in the world? How could this be?
Hold on a second. No, it was not. Damn. How did I mess that up again? Wait a minute, you guys. I just had it right here. I need to start paying close to attention. What the hell I'm going doing? Just doing some stuff. No, but y'all ugly ass right here. Y'all, let's take a break. I'll be right here with you. Take a break until I find this up. I just had it. Damn, Dolby, you got to get better than this. You're good. What was that thing I just had? I just had it there. I just had it. Come on, fellas. Just had them right up here. Two brothers. Hopefully nothing coming up here against me. Damn. Damn, 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 damn. What that boy named Kristen? Who else? That's what it is. Let me see if that was them. Nope, that wasn't them. Chris and forgot what's that boy was. Ah, shit. Shoot. That's not ain't Chris and Jasmine. No, that wasn't his name. A white boy name. That was his name. Let's see, what's it? Damn, Lord Jesus, my God. They said that, I guess it didn't mean for me to show it then. I think so. We don't did this in here. You guys, what herring? Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, then it is what it is. Seems like I ain't gonna get it back. Oh. Let me see. Let me see if Diddy been around here. Let me see if Diddy been around these people's house over here. Hold on a second. Diddy you been around there to those people's house? Huh? Let me see. Wait a minute. Good. I'm gonna see. Oh boy, my God! Come on, child. I'm ready myself out. I don't believe that. This is what let's go. Here we go.
What you see here happens in neighborhoods every morning all across Houston. People lining up outside medical clinics waiting for one single piece of paper, a prescription for drugs they will either take themselves or turn around and sell. What you see happening here brings crime to communities. Tonight, Channel 2 investigator Robert Arnold is exposing what police call pill mills in a hidden camera investigation, one that started just feet away from our studios here in Southwest Houston. Robert is joining us live with what he's uncovered. Robert?
I tell you, it didn't take a lot to rouse our suspicions because this clinic is right next to our TV station. And just about the time we were wondering what's going on over here,
oh my God!
asking us to please take a closer look at this place.
Okay, that's good. Okay,
we're undercover with Channel 2 investigates
Okay, I'll be here
at 8 in the morning.
We were very concerned in
y'all please like this video.
That's because every day people lined up like they were going into a nightclub. Some raced back and forth between the clinic and their cars. Others just hung around smoking.
Wasn't anything like what you would see for an individual in a normal situation going to a doctor for a checkup or an exam.
This doctor, who didn't want his face shown, has run a nearby practice for more than 3 decades. Suddenly, he found himself scared to go to work.
When you have patients that are coming into your business that you've been seeing for 35, 40 years, and they're saying, what's going on next door? I don't feel safe. They didn't try to hide much of anything. There would be cash exchanging hands.
What we caught on hidden camera happening in this parking lot is happening in neighborhoods throughout our area. A small clinic opens its doors and suddenly the neighborhood is filled with strange faces, all looking for one thing: prescription pills.
Those doctors that choose to cross that line are nothing more than a drug dealer in a white coat.
Drug Enforcement Special Agent Wendell Campbell.
If people need money to buy pills, they're going to do certain things to try to get that money.
And it's not just addicts coming into your neighborhood looking for pills. Campbell says drug dealers will often round up homeless people and use them to get pills to sell on the street.
They ride around in a van and they'll go to 20 different clinics throughout the day around Houston.
Which is what our doctor believes he was seeing outside his window.
They're just using these individuals as a mule.
This is why he says he called police and Channel 2 investigates.
We knew something had to be done.
And as we were watching this place, Houston police raided the clinic. This search warrant shows cops did their own undercover operation, posing as patients. One officer wrote he got a less than 2-minute exam and was able to walk out with prescriptions for pain meds and muscle relaxants. The next day, the clinic was shut down. But police say it is just one of many. The DEA considers Houston a source city.
To get pills, not only from our region, but also from other states.
And all of this is why the DEA has launched a massive crackdown. In January, Channel 2 was there as federal agents raided this Clear Lake area clinic.
At the end of the day, there's nothing more important than the safety of our communities.
Just ask someone who's felt firsthand the effects these clinics can have on a neighborhood.
You don't need to be coming to work depressed and going home depressed and knowing that it's going to happen the same thing the next day and the next day and the next day.
And this clinic has been shut down since that raid, and police tell us that one of the nurses listed on those prescriptions surrendered her license the day of the raid. But understand, that raid happened because somebody saw something and called police. So we put information for you under the investigate section of click2houston.com how to anonymously...
Wait a minute, damn it. Just wait a minute. Okay, they went into there and they raided the place. So what the nurse did, she didn't go to jail. She just said, here's my license. That's how I understand. That's how it is. You just turn in your license like that? Wow. I hate when a doctor tells a patient they have cancer and they don't. Yes, they do. Yeah. Damn, man. This is something else. Reason why I had got to this part here because they were saying that Diddy could have got any pills that he would. And that's all that Florida is known. Florida is the pill mill. They the one that calls the area. Good night, my darling. Good night. So Florida the one that calls them people to change their mind about what these doctors and prescription. People were flying in, getting prescription. Now, so let's go about here with Sean Diddy Combs. Okay, hold one second. Let me tell you something. Let's go back here with Sean Diddy Combs. That's why I was basically so excited to do this here, because then the fact with Mr. Bond and what he was saying. Then when he was saying that they was in Miami and basically you could have got any pill that you want. The one that, okay, yeah. So anyway, so I said that, damn, man, that is my hometown. That is where I'm from down there. So as we know, they lie on page 2, subscribe payment and chop the insurance card. Oh shit. Wait a minute, no. Wait a minute, lovely one. They could not, because you remember they had to pay, they paid the doctor $400 cash. And they paid for the prescription cash. Because there's something, the pill mill, pain clinic, they wasn't dealing back with insurance. Because a lot of people didn't have insurance. But I do know with these boys, they was paying them $400. $400 for each how they were doing? $400 for each patient. So if you seeing about, y'all don't mean to bring this up, but let me tell you something. I went through a situation dealing with doctors. Let me tell you something. Do you know with the insurance company, for each person that, like back then, if you go to the doctor this month, every single day, the insurance only go back. That was back in the days. The insurance only gonna pay you $12 per me. So if I go there 100 times this month, the insurance company only gonna pay that doctor $12 for you. So if Best back then did it pay cash? Yes, he did. Damn, yes, yes, he did. So back then, what happened was that the doctor had told me she tried to see she had a knife on. She tried to see 200 per day, 200 patients per day. Even if she had to go to the other office. Because each patient, it depends on which insurance company that they have. Now back then I had Blue Cross and Blue Shield. And that's what that patient, what they was paying her, then the fact that when my child went to the doctor, $12 for the month, but my child can go every single day. That's all that they was getting. So it's a big thing dealing right there with these insurance. That's why they had started the pill mill, because of the fact that they get more money from the patient than they can get from the insurance company. They can get the money right now from the patient. Insurance company, sometimes the insurance company don't pay you for me 2 or 3 months down the road. Especially if you got state insurance. No, you got money on the go still coming. Because the state don't necessarily pay. Because I came on first, you're gonna get the first this month. If I come on first, I don't know much, but just allegedly, I'm just saying, don't hold me to it. Basically, that you probably won't get it to 3 months, and Dovet okay you in January. I'm just saying, some patients are not looking for pills, but doctors like to tell them that I hate that damn word. I hate that damn word. Yeah, you are right. You are right. My God, today. My God, today. You couldn't tell it no better. My God, today. Oh, yes, it is. Wow. This appeal mill really was doing something to me. It really was doing something to me with this appeal mill. Because why? Why you got all these pills? That boy said, Bonds. What was his name? Gary Bonds? I don't know what his name. That Bonds guy told us today that even he went to the doctor and they get them all to Diddy in a bag. But let me tell you something. My son, my oldest son did affect Matthew. My son was going with a girl. The girl had Matthew about a year or two, but it's okay. She was well experienced in life. I liked it, Chelsea, because Chelsea helped Matthew get his driving license, and Matthew drove Chelsea's car, because I ain't want them to use my car to go and get his driving license. So I knew where Matthew was there all the time, Chelsea. Somehow or another on Friday night, somehow or another, it was a thing where they go and put all their pills in this jar, and they sit there and drink wine and beer. Back then, it was called the Motel 6. Matthew had broke up with Chelsea. All of a sudden, Matthew broke up and said, but Matthew was going to do this part next Sunday. Okay. Let me write that down. We just talk this still drug Saturday. I'm gonna write this down. Okay, we'll talk about that. Tomorrow is Sunday. We're gonna talk about nothing but dealing with the celebrities, what was going down with them. Tomorrow, Sunday, we're gonna be doing the celebrities. Matthew, and Chelsea. Okay. And so tomorrow, Sunday, we're gonna be talking about celebrities. I got a lot to tell you about them. Thank you. I got a lot to tell about you, because I want y'all to keep in mind. Where is everybody at? Why nobody ain't here standing up for Diddy? Y'all, I'm going to put on my communal wall all the companies that had dropped Diddy. And I'm going to do that tonight. Soon as I find my doggone birthday list. Mm-hmm. Y'all, my birthday list, y'all, I like reading. I like reading. I like reading. Mm-hmm. Reading can put me to sleep faster than a TV can. Then I can wake up during the night and I pick up right there. Okay, good night, darling. Thank you. You want me, you know how to get me. Yes, I do. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Thanks, moderators, basically watching all meetings, telling me, Toby, you not one of them. Yes, I'm not B-sector, as you know. And, how long we left? We left about like 3 weeks ago that we not B-sector. We the strategy, Sprite sector. I don't want no more. Are you still doing Grand Rising in the morning? Oh yeah. Grand Rising basic comes on Monday through Friday, Grand Rising. That I'll be doing prayer. And I think so. I thank God. Let me just lovely one. Who are y'all? Go ahead and go to bed. I'll be talking to y'all while y'all go to sleep. Okay. With me so much as with this here, did y'all won't believe. Y'all, I be over there on X pulling Washington Post, all my reading skills, because you know I don't got no book. More that you read, more that you can be able to express yourself, right? So the mind's a terrible thing. So if you're not reading them, you ain't gonna really know how to pronounce words and everything. So you got to stay into it. All right. So that's exactly who we are. So I'm so happy. Right now, I have my ex in the room. I think I got 2 as X. I got 2 in X and 3 in Dolby 3. And I'm so happy and so pleased because I can take everybody and hold them right here in my hand. I don't want no more. My name is Cassidy. I don't want no more. And then let me tell you something. Dealing back with this situation with this B-sector stuff, right? It's like a drug. I got to have it. Come over here and subscribe to me. Y'all come over here like a drug. I don't know if y'all see that like that. But you know, and this here with this here drug thing made me open up my mind on a whole lot of things. It's just like with a drug. I got to be in the set. I got to be there. But you know what, y'all? I can hold every last one of you right here in my hand and still have a good time. I don't want it no more. More people, more confusion. I don't care. Everybody in my chat be moderators. I don't care. But you know what? I will do this here. Some moderators is going to be unmodded because I don't want to over here. I don't want to be where that you can run in and out of where somebody get on your ass. You come running over here to take a damn breather. And the other time, I can't find your damn ass. Okay, yeah, a lot of the company. Oh, y'all, let me go in here and find this guy. This is the pad here. I get the other pad out the bedroom. Cause y'all, I be having brainstorm. Let me see. Let me tell you something. A lot of people. Now, y'all know the guy, what's his name was? Eric Duffy, I forgot. Nutty? That was his name? You know, Diddy start talking to his girlfriend. It seemed like everybody who Diddy, that they have Diddy want them to. He supposed to be that he can get any woman that Diddy can even can build him a woman. But guess what? If he build her, and just as soon as he take down her damn pants, she gonna fall all the damn apart. Diddy couldn't give a girl if he had the best type of bun and glue that they can. He know that he had a little tallywhacker. He know that. That's why he wasn't see other people sit there and have such a good time. And he sit there and, y'all, I gotta say this here. I can't make this stuff up. And he sit right there and play with himself. Play with himself all night long. Keep taking pills, play with himself. Then folks say he had some Viagra. I go in the where's that? Cassie say, Diddy say, oh, you did good last night. You did good last night. When a person not there, you can't say that they did good. She wasn't there. She was there, but she wasn't there. Do I feel sorry for Cassidy? Yeah, but Cassidy played the game. Cassidy and Billy Bob, her husband, they needed some money. Cassidy's family actually pushed her up to all this type of stuff. Basically, she did another Shannon Sharp, but that 19 did on Shannon. She shot Diddy up. Sued his damn ass, that putting his ass in damn prison. Isn't that something? And then walked away with how long? Cassidy, you look at me, you'll walk away with $100 million. Because even though that you went off Diddy personal, you should have went off the company too. Because the company one that had identified with everybody, the security guards and all them. You went off Sean personal. Okay, he got something that didn't pay with the company. All them ones work around that. See, you have to listen to me and break me off a little bit, okay? I would have told you that. All day I wanted was started with a two-wheeler school. I just wanted one with 3 wheels. That I never asked too much, Miss Rich lying bitch. How y'all doing today? I'm not saying too much ism. Ism? You know what I'm saying? Too much ism? Cassidy win. Reason why Cassidy win, she had saw the best in her. She took some woman, the best in her 20s, where the finest perfume, the finest rented jewelry, and all that stuff, including in her 30s. So when she get over 35, she see there was a change in the menu. He don't did what all that he gonna do with you. You don't dry it up. Watch that. Now you see another little filly coming around there. Everything that somebody had, Sean wanted it. And because that he was the type of man, I'm going to get your woman. What you going to do about it? What you going to do about it? Huh? Leapfrog. What you going to do about it? I'm going to get your woman because I can't do that. Child, they showed me the key that they took back from here. They even told him they had a day in Miami called the Diddy Day. They even counted that shit. They did all this, and he lost 18 to 20 companies at the same time, at the same damn time. They didn't care. Did it was the tape. The New York, I think his name's Adam. New York mayor, governor mayor, the black guy. He gave him the key. So okay, gotta be the mayor. Gave him the key to the city. Now check this out. He gave him the key to the city because they had a program that they don't believe in, women abuse, beating on a woman. When they find out that and the what do you call it, the mayor is very, very hard on their slogan about abuse and no beating on women and stuff. That was their slogan. That's why they gave him that key. When they find out that that's what he was doing around here, beating on people, and this, guess what they did? They tell you, give us back our damn key, give us back our key. Don't you bring your ass, not even around to our damn street. We better smell your ass around this time of the damn block, okay? You abuser, you. Over here at Howard University, he donated millions to it. They even got a date like they having like a party, a dance or something. They named it Diddy with Diddy. at Howard University because he donated so much money. Y'all, we're going to go through that. I'm going to show y'all about that. We're going to take care of that tomorrow. Yes, that's exactly what they do. And you white girls, you know exactly how it go. Even though you around here on the football player and the basketball player, Kardashian, what happened to y'all damn run down there? I'm trying to say something. I know that self-love gonna say, don't go to bed, you talking too much. Why did you take your nap early to go and have me up all night? Kardashian, what happened to y'all old ass? What happened to y'all? You know, let me tell you what happened to you. All of you got them damn confused kids. They too dark, they go on the white side, and they too light to go on the black side. Y'all thought so that was gonna be, y'all got all them goddamn children. Ain't nobody damn married. How successful do y'all feel? That is called, you call whore and slut syndrome. You good enough for to have a foot. Now I hope you take the pill or take that damn shot. You good enough to lay up. But guess what? You're not married material. Y'all better pull one out of Cassidy's book. Y'all is not married material. You've been with too many people. You've been with them. After y'all, we gonna go. I'm just getting y'all read on what we gonna do tomorrow when I come live. Yeah, they voodoo. After, let me tell you, after they get with a guy, they run voodoo to keep him. After they see that they can break up, they voodoo to get him back. What you don't believe won't touch you. Yes, they believe it. Every last one of them. And I'm here to tell you today, Scooters. I'm here to tell you today, here, Scooters. Why it gonna come out sooner or later is Sean Case with his mama, his son, and the voodoo doc and the voodoo man. I see Tasha K did something over there, did a fight with voodoo and spells over there. Something's right on that. But see, I had already came out and said it a long time ago. They going across over there, this and that. They did a fight with voodoo. Then here it is. The courts them took even down to Baby Love. They took all their ID. All their passport. Y'all ain't going no damn where. But still, you still can't stop them from talking on the phone. You can't stop them for whispering to this person here. Go and tell them this, that, and then that person there. They are still being watched. Yes, mama. Yes, mama. Yes, I understand, mama, you was 80 years old. But mama, you was something else. You know good and goddamn well that boy was a damn devil. Because you boosted up, right, Janice? Janice, you boosted him up and saying that this is how your father was, this is how your daddy did it. Them motherfuckers involved your goddamn daddy. He would have blown money. He was the king of the damn mafia. Oh yeah, he was over there at John Gotti house saying that he was Italian. Eating spaghetti and dinner rolls. You did that. You did it. I blame you for it, Janice. You have a drug problem too. I can't understand you, Janice. Janice, come here, bring your crazy nappy, crunch it. All that goddamn spray salt in that damn wig. Bring your crunchy ass here. Let me tell you. Janice, you was on pills and a whole lot of shit. Janice, how do you feel? He said that, oh yeah, my mama can do it. The things that Diddy was saying, y'all, I knew that was the end of the road basically was coming. Because now everything, he was getting so slack. He went on, come on, what that girl name? Evelyn the generous. He had did a freako. He still had the ID in his arm. He had got too loose. Just like Cassidy say, oh, he bigger than life. No, you're not. That was in your head. Them pills. Let me tell you something. Sean, Did whatever the hell fuck your goddamn name is. Right now your name gonna be 9785031. That's your damn name, man. Mr. Nimmer. Let me tell you something, Sean. Cassidy was high. She had took pills and stuff, and you kicked her off that boat. See, good thing that shout out to the white people that when after they baby come from out of them, the next thing they will feel they're topping on the head, they'll be going down in a whole pool of water. Now, this is now with this here. Thank you, X, for dealing with this thing. Cassidy was on pills, drugs. No, she don't look like the marijuana type me. She was on pills. She could, yeah, there you go, Evelyn DeGeneres. She could have drowned. How would you feel? Because when you did that, she wasn't nothing but trash to you. You could not please her. That's why you had told her to go and get the biggest black boy that got a dick bigger than a damn log. And where you gonna put it at? Y'all, I seen some videos today was talking about how they leave these hotels room. I don't know where y'all said. I think that one hotel room, they went in there and had baby oil and did all this type of stuff. The company had to make them remodel the whole room. Everything in that room, even down to the carpet off the floor. Even down to the furniture, they throw it all away. They make Sean pay for that. What do y'all be doing in there? They said that he had a baby pool full up with baby oil. As we as know that we as ladies, we know we can't let nothing get down. This is nothing but raw between our legs. That's why that we have the pubic hair to protect it. We don't do that. If you're going to do with it to the liquid gel, it's got to be water-based. How could you, Cassie, how many infections did you have? Then you said that he made you do it based on the days that's on your cycle. The people had to throw they had to throw the whole goddamn room away. Even down to the doorknob. Even down to the number that say a room B204. They had to throw that. They don't even have no room number. They just put anything up there. That's what they had to do. Y'all, I'm not making this up. They had to change the doorknob to the door, to the carpet off the floor. That's what the hell y'all was doing in there. Diddy was very slight. Diddy couldn't go no further than life than whatever that he can go. He don't have nothing else to accomplish in life. He, like he said, he's sitting on top of the world. He got video of all y'all ass, showing y'all ass. He got all of it. What are you out here for? It's time for him to go back and lay back on his back. It's time. You're going to pay the piper. The same way, I may get in trouble for saying this. I know that she's going to give me, that's what the free call was. Virgil, oh yeah, you know, in that room back there, he took her through the tunnel. Now, those of you that saying that it was bodies coming out the tunnel, I got to Google that up. Because if there were bodies coming out that tunnel, it would still be on the news. Bodies here, bodies. That's some Jeffrey Dahmer shit. When it went down there, Cassie said it was two ladies down there. She said some music playing. She said she thought somebody was talking. So she went in one room. Each room had lights. Where the ladies was, they had on masks. One was on the computer, and one was standing around or something. They all had on like they both had on bathing suit, and with a mask over their face. Kathleen, you stay down there in that hole with very, very smelly stink. You said you got goosebumps. You said that you told him, he took you to 3 rooms. Each room had one room was very, very dark. with a bed in. One room was blue, one was red. Now come on, Cassidy. That's what you said. You said that you told him, "Oh my God, get me out of here. I got to go." So already, Cassidy, he wasn't holding you back anyway. You could have left any time anyway. Now look what you did now. You left this time here. You left on your own. Because you know what? Because the black man couldn't do no more with you. You all dried up. That's it. He can't do no more with you. So guess what? Like you do anything, he throw you away. Because guess what, Cassidy? You put yourself in that predicament. Your parents said they never did like his ass. But so he started giving them free trips here and there. That man, Cassidy, that boy been around before you was even born, before you even thought about it. He been around that long. But ladies and gentlemen, I got to tell you this is secret. And this is what I want to know. If they going to have the young lady come out with that had got shot in the face. Did he start going with Nifty? Yeah, that's his name, Nifty. He started going with his girlfriend. That man, and y'all, I don't care what did y'all say. Diddy is not pretty to me. He's not good looking to me. What's his name? Jay-Z ain't good looking to me. He all the time got a blow mouth like he's mad. Like he's mad. Don't know how to smile. Diddy is not no knockout to me. It just did the fact that y'all got to look at this him. Everything that he did and everything that he had to pay for it. You're a good looking man. You won't have to pay for it. A woman will stay on your arm. Everything that you, even down to the rented dresses that Cassidy had on, everything had to be paid for. You had to pay everything. Because guess what? You got a two-year-old ass a dick. You got a bad damn attitude. And guess what? You know you got a little penis that you cannot please no woman, Sean. That's why you better sit there and play with yourself and see them do that. Get men to do it to her. Because guess what? Because you know that you couldn't satisfy her. And you know it did the fact that you sitting around here watching Playboys and all this other dog and stuff that you do. You knew it. I wonder if they're going to have Meek Mills come out and testify. Meek Mill, I want to know that when you got that Grammy, and something about with that Grammy that you got. How much did he pay? Yeah, he paid for you to have that in the Grammy. You wasn't all that goddamn hot. At least Cassidy's song came out. It was on the Billboard over there in Germany. The one where it was the first, and then over here it was the fourth. What were yours at? You got out of prison, you're moving too fast, don't you think so? With your nappy-headed ass. What damn grown men that walk around here and they dressed up like twins? That's some high school shit. Only time people dressed up alike like twins unless that they are in a football game. Basketball, that's when they all dressed alike. But you as two grown damn men dressed up like that. You can't take back, Mills, what we don't already heard. You can't take that back. I want to see Justin up there. I want to see like tomorrow. That's why tomorrow is Celebrity Sunday. That's why I got it. Tomorrow's Celebrity Sunday. What is J-Lo? I'm gonna tell you what J-Lo is. J-Lo packed up her shit and hit the country. But wait a minute, Evelyn and Jenna went over to the UK. Guess what? They ain't got paperwork. Sent her ass back. And they took her passport. For what I'm saying, she was there. Evelyn was there. She didn't do nothing bad. But she was there. All of them that was there, I hope that this really do infect their life. I hope that it does. I hope it do a lot of damage to them. But I'm gonna write down all them ones that dropped Diddy. Cause like how you did Cassidy, you throw her out in that water. She could have got ate by a shark. Or you throw it out there and she had to swim the damn shore. What happened is Cassidy started taking too much water. You had somebody in the backup, hey, jump in the water and get her. You a scary ass punk. Sean, you are scary for everything that what you did. You were scared. You had to cover up, even down to doctors. You don't beat that woman, broken up to cover up because you're a chicken. If you was a boss like how you was, like how you thought that you were, you wouldn't give a damn about her damn nose. Deal with it, bitch. Don't you give a fuck up, deal with it. But no, what you did, start calling damn doctors. Come on here, check her. Is she gonna die? She gonna make it? That's a punk move, nigga. You a punk. I will listen to it, and I will listen to this guy, Buns. Everything they do, he got to cover up. Because you know, because you knew it was wrong. You knew it was wrong. You know you could have had charges from it. Everything what you did when you have somebody to cover up and fix this, make it work, because you was wrong. You was doing, what they call it? You were doing sloppy damn work. Sloppy damn work. After that, you know what they found in the house. Then you took all that shit up there to that hotel room. You're wrong. You was tired. He was tired. Sean Diddy was tired. I hope everybody learned their lesson. Yes. They thinking about opening up the case. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Thinking about opening up the case. See, could they get J-Lo to say she was holding the gun in the purse? Not that it's gonna mean anything, but they thinking about opening up that case too. Nipsey, that's what his name is, Nipsey. Yeah, he started dating Nipsey, Nipsey girlfriend. He started dating her. He liked everything what anybody else had. Because guess what? He is ugly and Jay-Z is ugly. Beyonce, the one that making Jay-Z look like that, he looked like something. Kanye West, he's a damn fool. If they put him on the stand, I need y'all. I'm not Kanye. I'm not gonna even tell you to tell the damn truth. I want you to talk about some shit out in damn space, so they can go ahead and take your ass and lock you up in that damn patty ass room. That's exactly what I want them to do to you. So you're crazy. You crazy boy. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to get to my communal wall and work on this stuff. I will see y'all later. Keep on your notification. I might go into prayer, but other than that, welcome to the new segment. Welcome. I thank my beautiful moderators. How y'all was able to pull me away from that. That I have 6 right now. I got 6 people in here, 6 real people in here. They rocks with me. Same thing. I'm gonna go over there and X. I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna post it over there on my wall. All the companies dropped Diddy. Then I'm gonna put the year. Was it 23? How long that he was with them? How long that he was with them? And they started just dropping. Anyway, y'all, I got some homework to do. I thank you. Good night, everybody, and I'll see y'all later. We're gonna do it all over again tomorrow. So y'all know during the week I'll be working the Diddy case. I only just will be talking about that. Okay. Thank you. Good night, everybody. Thank you for coming out. Bye.